Moods Disorder Service at Center for Addiction and Mental Health. He's an associate professor in the Department of Psychiatry at the University of Toronto. He holds a Tier 2 Canada Research Chair in Treatment Innovation in Mood Disorders, and his research program focuses on advancing the understanding and treatment of mood disorders across populations. Welcome, Ishrat.
Thank you, Professor Chaudhry, for the kind introduction. And it's great to see an entire event focused on parental mental health. It's something that's particularly relevant for me at this moment, as I see my brother adapt to becoming a new father and the emotions involved with that. So I'm here actually to talk to you about a really interesting program of research and implementation that we have been developing, and it's really a tri-continental collaboration between Canada, the United Kingdom, and Pakistan, working closely with the Pakistan Institute of Living and Learning and colleagues like Andrew here in Toronto. We have developed a psychosocial integrated intervention for depressed fathers, and I'm here to talk to you about our journey through the development and implementation of this intervention, which is called Learning Through Play plus Dads. And the reason really we wanted to focus on this often under-researched and clinically neglected area of study is because of the prevalence of depression in men. This is just some recent data collected from higher income countries, suggesting that 1 in 10 men will experience some form of depression or anxiety, but less than half seek treatment. These numbers are substantially higher in low and middle income countries, including Pakistan, where the prevalence rate is nearly as high as 42% in men. And this is due to a number of factors, including cultural sort of stigmas attached to seeking out treatment, the mental health treatment gap that exists in these settings, as well as local factors such as economic disparities. But why are men generally less likely to speak up and get treatment? You may have heard statements like tough it out, man up, often colloquially thrown around, but really it speaks to gender norms and cultural aspects that exist across cultures and populations. There's often this expectation, particularly in patriarchal societies like Pakistan, that men are primarily the bread earners for the family, and particularly it's the mums who are responsible for child rearing and for keeping the home. It's often thought that men don't get depressed, they can't be sad, boys don't cry, and that boys should be going out, making friends, whereas girls are expected to remain at home, often not even go to school in some parts of the world, and help out in household chores. So all of these gender norms and cultural expectations can often lead to men not seeking out for help when they are suffering. And then the concept of gender equality often applied to one gender only, but really it is not only an issue that relates to women, it's an issue that relates to all genders, transgender individuals, men as well. So it's a societal issue, and we all have a role to play in achieving it. So really following the work that was conducted in mothers by the Pakistan Institute of Learning and Living through the cultural adaptation and investigation of learning through play, combined with aspects of CBT through the Thinking Healthy program, it showed great improvement in improving maternal depression in Pakistani mothers, and also improving child social emotional development outcomes. But during those studies, we found that actually the fathers were very interested in taking part in the intervention as well. And doing some community engagement with these fathers, we recognized that actually there was quite a high prevalence of depression within Pakistani fathers as well. And this led to the development of further adapting learning through play, combining it with cognitive behavioral therapy aspects, and really focusing it and adapting it to fathers. And so we published a pilot study 2 years ago, looking at the feasibility and acceptability of learning through play, plus DADS, which is a multi-generational integrated intervention. It combines a focus on parental mental health and child development. The picture that you see on the right here is actually a pictorial calendar of the learning through play plus DAD intervention. And really unique aspects of it included addressing the stigma in local populations, and really focusing it as a training rather than a therapy or treatment, with the eventual hope to integrate it with digital technology. And in our pilot work, we found that actually it was highly feasible, really acceptable by the depressed fathers, and showed improvements in depressive symptom severity as measured by the Hamilton Depression Rating Scale. We then expanded this work, and we've conducted an exploratory trial in over 300 fathers with depression. To our knowledge, this is the largest clinical trial of an intervention for depressed fathers. And again, in that study, we found that there were improvements in depressive symptoms, as well as improvements in attachments with children in fathers. And that study is being prepared for publication presently. So with that sort of development of this preliminary data, we applied to the very supportive funders at Grand Challenges Canada, who funded the initial exploratory trial as well. And we applied to their Transition to Scale program, really to scale up and implement learning through play plus DADS across the city of Karachi, which is really the financial and urban center of Pakistan, with a population of almost 23 million, according to official figures. Unofficially, figures may be as high as 30 million. And so we really were ambitious with this project. We wanted to deliver learning through play plus DADS to almost 3,000 fathers with depression. And we wanted to include their partners in this as well, so that all mums were also offered learning through play as part of our study. And there was a real focus on capacity building and kind of integrating this intervention into training in the local healthcare architecture. So we know that in Pakistan, community health workers are key in delivering health interventions to families. And so a part of our work also focused on training almost 4,000 community health workers across the country of Pakistan. And this is some of the progress that we've made so far. We've recruited over 2,900 fathers. We've almost completed follow-up in half of that sample. And again, in the partners as well, we had a really great uptake. Almost 2,600 mothers took part and agreed to take part in the study, and almost half have completed the study as well. Next slide, please. As part of this, we also wanted to get some qualitative feedback on the value of learning through play plus, and we've conducted qualitative interviews with fathers, mothers, as well as other stakeholders, including community health workers, researchers, and other stakeholders in the community as well, such as primary healthcare physicians. Some of the preliminary qualitative findings are that we have seen reported improvements in mood, increased interest in daily activities, improvements in thinking style, increased attachment and bonding with children, improved relationships with family members, increased support of dads towards their mothers, improvement in hygiene generally within the home, as well as improvements in the home environment. And these are some qualitative excerpts from fathers that engaged with LTP plus dads in this large trial. So you can see here a father reporting that previously I was worried about my work and finances, and due to these stressors, I was feeling low and depressed. After attending these sessions, I'm feeling happy and less worried about my work and other stressors. I'm trying to improve my thinking style and taking interest in my life. I'm also spending more time with my child. I do play and take care of him. He's also feeling happy and excited. Previously, due to my anger outbursts, my children were fearful of me. And now I'm trying to control aggression, at least in front of my children. Next slide. And again, this is a more report from fathers about improved knowledge and awareness about parenting practices. A participant reported that after attending these sessions, I got to know the role of the father in parenting. Previously, I was only trying to fulfill financial needs and basic necessities of the child. But now I know that fathers should be equally involved in parenting as a mother, like taking care of the child, playing and feeding. And then another participant said, I was not communicating to the baby. I did not know that talking to the baby stimulates child development and helps in facilitating child learning. I talk to my baby now, and I also emphasize and remind his mother to leave the house chores and give time to the baby. Next slide. So really moving findings actually from some of that qualitative work, but also really rewarding to see the uptake in terms of the training for this intervention. We've already trained over 400 facility-based health workers. So these are people like mental health nurses, psychologists, and so on. And then non-facility-based workers, we mean community health workers. We've trained over 2,000 of those so far, as well as teachers. We've managed to train around 43 teachers as well. And that capacity building work is going to continue over the next year. We've been doing a lot of community engagement and awareness as well to try and raise awareness of parental mental health, and specifically mental health in fathers. And these are some of our community engagement programs across the country. We've worked a lot with media, TV, radio, as well as spiritual leaders and mosques and so on to try and raise awareness. Next slide, please. And these are just some of our partners, major media outlets, including leading television channels, newspapers. We've created a newsletter through the Pakistan Institute of Living and Learning that we disseminate frequently. And we've also been working with our partners across the world, here in Toronto, at the university, as well as at CAMH, to increase visibility of our work as well. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ishrat. Good to see you again, and it's good to hear an update from last year. Sounds like things are going very well.